Yes, boss. Happy to be back in here, dog. I ain't seen y'all in about like 2-3 days, bruh. So let me tell y'all what they've been doing to me at my job. Slaving me. We had to weed eat like, I don't know if I'm over exaggerating now, but it felt like we had to weed eat like over 3,000 headstones, bruh. In that sun, yo. Florida and it's bipolar weather, but I'm so happy to see you guys, man. So we did take a poll in, and we decided that everybody wants to hear more about rules of an empath, and as well as that you want to hear about my story. All right, so in this video I'm going to talk about, you know, part of my story in a way to help you guys. Next video I'll drop something about rules of an empath, and I'm going to start giving you guys movies to check out. These movies that I watch help me through life. If you could take the Hollywood, listen to what I'm saying. If you take the Hollywood out of the movies, that's the answer that you're looking for. All right? So everybody knows my mom did a lot of her whoop-de-wops and stuff like that with me. You get what I'm saying? So basically, in this story, just to tell you about myself, it's just about perseverance and persistence and just going hard for what it is that you want. So my parents already raised me in a nutshell, where it's like, we're in a perfect world. Work hard for what it is that you want. If anybody has anything good to tell you, take it and run with it. All of those things. And I'm very grateful for those lessons that I learned, you know. But right after my father died, you know, and we just buried him in Jamaica. We buried him. You know, we came back up to America. My mom kicked out my brother, and it was just mainly me and her. And she was telling me, oh, I'm gonna rule you. I'm gonna rule you with an iron fist. I'm gonna rule you. Like literally commanding me. And she would say, just the way how she said things, it would sound like a possessed voice. You get what I'm saying? And when my mom used to take me to church, I noticed a lot of different things that were going on that I got the answer to as I grew older. And the saying, misery loves company, is very true. My mother was extremely miserable. Any and everything to hurt me, break me, she'd do it, so I'd be on her level. But right after my father died and we came back up here to America, I told myself, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta do something. And right before my dad died, I wrote him a nice letter, all of those things. I'm gonna find that stuff, man. I still have all of that stuff here. Wrote my dad a letter telling him that I'm gonna take care of mom, be the man of the house, step up. And I literally did just that. That summer, because my dad died 4/20, right? His mother, my grandmother, died 8/20. That summer, I was really like just busting my ass, like doing construction. How did I get this construction job, you ask? At 10, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? My mother had my father had a friend. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. This guy from our church, he had a construction company. And in his construction company, I'd mix cement, stack the concrete blocks like 6x6, just leave it in decent areas for the other workers to come and get it. And I'm working so hard handling my business, and sometimes for the week I make like he'll throw me a 150 or 250. You get what I'm saying? And I take that money, I'll put up a little bit for myself, and I give my mom the majority. Little did I know that I was being groomed the whole time. So my mom should always make it a duty to always want to get up in my pockets. How much money you got? What you got? You get what I'm saying? Knowing damn well you should not be doing that to your child. Lesson for you guys. Anybody who's trying to figure out what you got in your pockets, they're trying to get in your game room. You get what I'm saying? Why the fuck does that matter? Excuse my language, because I'm always cursing. I'm going to work on that. Why does it matter how much money it is that I have? And that's when I started seeing that those little instances is what starts when people want to watch you and pocket watch you and see what you got going on. Give my mom money, things like that. Summertime end, I'm not gonna lie, because I can't work, I'd always feel some kind of way. because I know, yo, my dad said, yo, take care of your mom and look after her. Come to find out, every and any little thing I did for my mom, it never got recognized. You get what I'm saying? Only the bad got recognized. And it put me in my head to be like, yo, what is good enough for this lady, you know? Nothing's ever good enough for this lady. I go to school, I'm already feeling like shit at home. Go to school, I feel like shit. I started noticing little things about my mother. Like, we went from one apartment to another apartment. And then all of a sudden, like, when I got into high school, oh, there's a house where we're going to move to. You're putting in my head that, yo, this house is something that you're renting. Who built the house? My father's friend. So that's when I started realizing and looking into certain things like, dog, this man really be building houses. He be out here moving, doing this thing. But something about the situation wasn't right. Why is it that after dad died, this man is around all of a sudden now? You get what I'm saying? And it didn't dawn on me until I got older. Yo, there's a structure in life. You feel me? Money, power, respect. You get what I'm saying? Guess what else? Knowledge. Knowledge is over all of that. And I got older and I started wanting to ask. I was asking God like, yo, I need answers, because there's no reason as to why this man is always over here. Dog, you built the house is done. You have a room to stay with here. The man drove my mom's car before. And I'm like, dog, this is supposed to be my daddy friend. You know what I'm saying? That's when I start putting two and two together. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. They're friends, right? I went to high school. I went to Miami Norland Senior High School. I will never forget this man's name. Coach Ahmad Ward. Shout outs to you, man. When I got in Coach Ward's class, he was one of those teachers who taught you how to think critically, right? I don't know where he came from, but he was a football coach. But for him to be a football coach and he has a class where he teaches critical thinking, he blew my mind. Certain terminologies that we heard growing up in school, like, oh, that girl over there, she's shown. Shown meaning she's a hoe. So he was like, I'm going to break it down and tell you how the word shown came about. So I'm like, let me hear what this man got to say. You're about to break down a street term. Like, you get what I'm saying? He was like, back in the days, you ever heard when somebody said, oh, that girl over there, she action. You know what it means? She's a hoe. But in Miami, they drug it out like she shown. She's shown. Ho. He broke down action. They drug out the word and broke it down into shown. So I'm like, dog, I could go for that, you know. I could go for that. That makes perfect sense. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what else this man got to tell me, bruh? Didn't know that I would have got the answer like this, but it still set me on a puzzle where I was in denial. And this is the thing, because my mom used emotional manipulation, she used to do things to kill my confidence to the point where I didn't want to use my own intuition. You get what I'm saying? Those are things that narcissists do. You get what I'm saying? A narcissist will break you down to the point where you feel like you're stupid, dumb, lost, and that's all projection, because that's all they are. When you pick up and practice evil, that's all you know. You don't want to get better. That's all you will ever be. And you're going to continue down on that path. Coach Ward said some shit that really like fucked my mind. He was like, you want to know what rules the world? Money, the devil's pie, drugs and alcohol. So I'm like, repeat that again? Money, the devil's pie, drugs, alcohol. So I'm thinking to myself, devil's pie. He was like, yeah, you know what devil's pie shown. Oh, pum, pussy. Okay, cool. So I started really thinking about it, dog. How can a female body part rule the world? How? Don't make sense. Of course, I'm a virgin at that time. I don't know nothing. My mom keeping me trapped inside. I don't know nothing about this stuff. I actually started to understand sex more like as like towards the end of high school when I was about to leave. So I'm thinking to myself, this makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? How can a female body part rule the world? Until I really start seeing for myself the games and manipulation, not saying women, but men as well. When he said the devil's part, I take that as both parts. There's women who will do every and anything for dick, dog. I've seen it before, and it's crazy. You get what I'm saying? That's when I started realizing that in church, what the Bible was saying was true. The flesh is weak. You know you shouldn't be out here being a thought, but guess what? Something seems so good, it sounds so good, you're gonna do it. Then I started learning, yo, so if it's that good, that means that people are using this shit to get what they want. That's when, what's that movie? Players Club came to me. Everything that I start seeing and hearing as a kid, it start adding up and making sense. That girl Roxy said, you know, we gotta use what we got to get what we want. So I'm like, but I would never understand it like that. Like, who would be dumb enough to just go blow it all or just, you get what I'm saying, off a pussy or dick? Then I start realizing, yo, it's some people who really live in that lifestyle. Come to go again, I start seeing, yo, I'm seeing what's going on. This girl being with this dude, and this dude, she getting money out of him, getting money out of him. I start seeing it firsthand in school. Because in high school, I'm not going to lie to you, blood, it was some kids that was already living fast. I know kids who used to come to school with guns, selling drugs, scamming. I'm talking about all type of works, right? And I started to see what the coach was talking about. I'm talking about one of the kids in school, big time scammer. He had like a different car every day of the week, and his cars wasn't regular. His cars were candy painted, big rims, loud sound system, all of that, right? So I'm like, yo, he got his cars, he got a different girl all the time, and I'm like, yo, I think I see what he's talking about with this money thing, right? Then I'm like, yo, it still doesn't add up as to why I don't think my mom would do that to my father, or that's my dad's friend. That's no principles, that's no ethics, dog. That's grimy as shit. Then I heard a song. That girl is poison. Now I'm starting to listen to the song, and it makes sense. Women know the power that they possess. It just takes one person to come along, and you get what I'm saying, do them dirty for them to take up that same behavior, and if they're not strong enough, go do it to the same person until the point where they get good at it and just get whatever it is that they want. Then I hear this other thing come up from a song, and it's like God had to be talking to me. Said, never trust a big butt and a smile. So I'm like, why in the hell would they talk about, like, you have to realize that music and movies give you the answer for a lot of things. That's when I started thinking to myself, yo, that's why music is so amazing, you know, because the people who rap or sing on these songs, they're speaking from a place of experience. But we sometimes feel like, yo, that can never reach us. Wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's when I start seeing for myself that a lot of girls with shape, or they were thick, they try to use that as leverage to get what they want. And all the time I hear about, oh, Miss Dixon, Mrs. Dixon, oh, she, Sister Dixon, all that back there and all of that. And I'm like, yo, fool, who are you talking to, blood? Because, like, I don't know of anybody to disrespect my daddy like that, even if he not living. You feel me? And when I say, yo, I honor and respect my dad, bro, because my dad did certain things that allowed me to be who I am. I never seen my daddy quit, bro. I always see my dad bust his ass to bring in food, like, put food on the table, all of that. My mom was living good, bro. Staying at home, cooking, cleaning, all of that, like real housewife stuff. That's when I started to see what my mom was doing, and why I said I'll never respect my mother. I don't honor my dad for cheating on my mom and like really like I'm taking the opportunity. I'm cheating on you here. I'm cheating on you there. That's grimy and dirty as shit. Both of my parents are Leos. Listen to what I'm about to tell you right now. My dad was born August the 2nd. My mother was born August the 8th. So I start looking at certain shit. I'm like, dog, how are y'all so close by to each other, like y'all compatible or something? You feel me? That's when I start learning, like, yo, they're both Leos. They're alike. You get what I'm saying? But I'm thinking that we're a happy family. We're in a perfect world. Nah. Because I start finding out now, my mom had a hard life growing up. Her father passed away. And all I heard was she had a hard life. But whenever we had a spat, my mom would have this famous phrase saying, I never had a mother and a father like you. And she'll look at me just like that. And I'm like, yo, money, you twisted or something in your head? Like, don't look at me like that. Sometimes I used to tell my mom stuff like that. Like, bro, stop playing with me. And my mom, I noticed that she'll guilt trip me, gaslight me, every and anything to get what it is that she wanted. So I'm like, dog, is my mom just that smart? Or is she really just being green to me and I'm her child? You get what I'm saying? Every and anything I had was my mother's. My mom claimed it like it was territory. And I start realizing the hatred that my mother had for my father, she took it out and used it as a way to get back. And this is why. And I see now, and I don't respect what my dad did, but I really don't respect what my mom did because she crossed the line. You get what I'm saying? My mom took it upon herself to literally mess with my dad's friend. And that's why I was like, yo, you had me working alongside this nigga, you feel me? Knowing that this nigga disrespected you, and you allowed the disrespect all for what? Money. That's why my mother is dead to me. And if you're a woman listening, I want you to pay attention to this, because this is why a lot of women are suffering in the world and they will never have a chance to get back with certain people because they rolled the dice the wrong way. If you're doing shit for personal gains or leaning on emotions to the point where you're not thinking logically and rationally, you will fuck yourself up in a worse way. And that's my mom right now. Because my mom got a high on power and control and using emotional manipulation against me, and then she had voodoo on top of it. Yo, she was feeling like, yo, like Tom Brady and the Patriots, dog, like just undefeated, just cooking everybody. You feel me? No matter how much I'd cry and tell my mom that I don't feel well and certain things, she wouldn't stop. Oh yeah, you're your father's son, I'm gonna give you hormone pills, all of these things. Bro, if I show you how big I used to be like 325 pounds. My mom used to put shit in my food to kill me, bro, because she stole life insurance policy from my dad. Now, okay, I'm riding on you now, like, you gotta get out of here for me to live this life. She was stuck in a survival lack mindset, but it was going to the extreme. Why would you do this to your child? Why would you do that? That's when I start realizing certain people, and I want you to listen closely to me. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, because this will save you in your life, bro. My mom being a narcissist, she was full out on that. She finesse and finagle every and anybody for her benefits, right? My mother sold her soul to the devil. And I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to tell you. Anybody who loves money too much, money is their God, yo, get away from them people. I'm going to tell you another part of that my mom thinks I don't know, and that's why I laugh at my mom. Because that goes to show you that when you lean on your own understanding and feel like you the smartest and you the highest in the room, somebody could come and knock you off. Just before COVID hit, my mom was stressing, tomorrow we gotta go to Jamaica, we gotta go to Jamaica. I have my house, this, that, and the third. My mom thinks that I'm stupid, and I know what she was gonna do. And this is for a lot of you women out there, and I want you to listen closely, because everything that I say, you can probably find some answer out of it. Because my mother was lazy, didn't want to work, pick up witchcraft, obia, work it on me, steal life insurance. Her plan was to, after she swindled my father and came up here and got done with me, she's gonna go back to Jamaica in her side of the country and all is well. 2 life insurance policies collected and I'm right back in the country. You dirty foot dragging bitch. I'm telling you right now, bro, that there's a special section in hell for people like you. My mom was gonna have me killed back home in Jamaica. Once she have everything, it skated. Yo, Damar was going crazy. That's how my mom was gonna play the game, bro. That's how she was gonna play the game. And the reason why I say this is, as an empath, people will use emotional manipulation and try to groom you. Listen closely. If anybody isn't telling you something straightforward, they're grooming you. They're trying to walk you down their set path. You get what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Never let people in your game room, especially when you're an empath. There are people right now in a marriage, in a relationship, and I'm pretty sure that your spouse knows you like, oh, yeah, he or she wants to have a family. They have a life insurance policy. They're thinking about getting it. Bro, let me teach you how wicked people are. That life insurance policy thing is one of the most cruelest shit in the book. That's why you see people rush and force to get married, and they have all type of ulterior motives in controlling this person and doing this. It's all like a form of, I forgot what they call it for emotional manipulation. I think it's hydromancy or something like that. It's when a person can control your every emotion, guilt trip you here, gaslight you here, run schemes on you here, all to bring you back to them. So it's like, yes, you need me. And this is where a narcissist fucks up, and you have to learn this. A narcissist has a different type of battery pack in their back. Negativity drives them. In order for them to get the best to keep them alive, bro, they need somebody who's weak. And I'm not trying you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Weak and pathetic. That makes them feel like, yo, you need me. Oh yeah, I got me a sucker. Yes. Because my mother did that, I'm gonna show you how much it backfires on her. My mom has used all forms of witchcraft to wage war with me going back and forth with my brother. Because of her, there's been different fights in the church. Like, I've seen people, I've heard stories of like, yo, this lady was about to beat your mom's ass. Like, I see now why God pulled me out of certain situations, because that's where they need an empath. Oh my gosh, my narcissist is getting messed up. Let me go save them. That's what makes them feel amazing on the inside, because at least one person cares for them. That one person that's blind, that cannot see. You get what I'm saying? You cannot play the game of let me be emotional and save this person. You wanting to save somebody is only going to get you hurt. And not only is it going to get you hurt and put in a messed up predicament, love is blind and it can really take over your mind. You can love a person, but that person does not love you. And I had to pull tricks and schemes to figure out where my mom's head was at. My mom was so gung-ho for church that she don't even realize I finessed her. I said, Mom, I know I have to be to church tomorrow and everything. Yeah, we're going to praise God. Give God some praise. I'm like, how much would it take for me to be able to do what it is that I want around this joint, huh? I said it just like that in my little joking voice. How much would it take for me to do what I want around this joint? Give me about $800. Dumbass, you just put a price on finessing and doing whatever it is that I want. So which means that you don't really believe in a God. You're an atheist. Your God is the devil. You serve whatever it is you serve so you can get what it is that you need and want. Show you how dirty my mom is, bro. And I need you to pay attention to this. Even though I say my mom was the biggest narc in my life. And because her and her silly games, it caused me to miss out on certain things that God gave back to me. So I'm not mad. I forgive that situation, but I want to save you guys. Narcissists thrive off of controlling somebody and using what they have to one up somebody else. I.e., right? There's this lady that lived in our apartment complex named Miss Queenie. I love this lady. Miss Queenie, if you watch this or if you ever find this, shout outs to you. Miss Queenie was like a mother like I never had, bro. When my mom used to mistreat me and talk down on me and stay inside of the house, boy. Stay inside of the house. Miss Queenie was like, Demar, come. It's alright. I'll take Demar, right? Cool. Real sweet lady, right? I start realizing certain stuff. Why is it that you envy Miss Queenie? Y'all work the same type of job. She's a good-hearted person. She work hard, right? That's when I start realizing people, they get mad at the next person for their work ethic or whatever it is that they feel like, nah, I can't do that. You can, but at the end of the day, it's what you tell yourself. My mom went as far as trying to sleep with this lady's husband after like she started coming up in life, to use that as a one-up, like, okay, yeah, I got your man because I have ass, I have this. And that's how people and a lot of women operate in the world. Because you feel like you have ass or you have this and you're breaking up homes, you're going to pay for it. The same way you got something is the same way you're going to lose it. When you play a dirty and unfair game and the world and life is unfair, karma, your karma tab is just building up, my G. Building up, building up. I got more to tell you about my mom and we're going to continue on that. But from my mom playing with witchcraft so much, if you look at this lady, she got the shakes like she got Parkinson's, like she about the Harlem shake, like hair dropping on her head. She got bald spots and patches like somebody just, like, you feel me? Like her whole vibe, like you look like hell, bro. All these times of playing games and trying to one-up and get somebody or get by for 5 minutes, you live a broke, busted, and disgusted ass life. And that's why I want you guys to remember that when you're able to understand a narcissist, understand your power, understand your situation, you'll be able to defeat them. Never feel like going back to a narcissist is going to give you justification. That's all they want, is somebody soft that they can just pound on. When a narcissist respects you is when you say fuck off, you move up, you boss up, and that's what really crushes them, alright? With that being said, it's your boy 444 The World. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know I'm still dropping them hot, you get what I'm saying? So that's a little bit of a my story and rules of an empath to kind of make everybody a little bit more happier. Next video I'll probably drop is with some Bible verses. I ain't forget about Yahweh, the big man upstairs, but something just to keep you guys going, man. And thank you guys for the continuous support. Everybody who's still here. It's gonna take time. You haven't disappointed me, not gonna disappoint you. Love you guys. Enjoy the week.